mariamanna.ca. Welcome, Maria. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. It's coming. There's a problem with making your own show at home. How are you doing?
I'm great. Today I feel good. Yesterday was a down day. Today is an up day for me.
I actually saw an article about being in quarantine, and it said you're not lazy, you're in quarantine. And they talked about the stress. Even this woman who worked at home by herself for years is feeling the stress. And I have to admit, it's funny. It's kind of like when somebody sells a home, you go through a bit of an emotional up and down. You're excited. We bought lots of potato chips at the beginning. We ate all of our favorite food, and now we're like, okay, we got to get down to brass tacks here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had a weepy day yesterday, and my sister was here with me for 3 weeks, right at the beginning. And I just, I concentrated on cooking and making all these wonderful meals. And then yesterday she left, and it was like, oh my God, I'm so empty. Even though I have my husband here, my sister is gone. This is real. And but I allowed myself to have a weepy day. We can do that.
That's true. And I think we need to be accepting and graceful about it all. That's my word.
And kind to each other. Or kind to ourselves, sorry.
I agree.
Yeah.
So the reason why I asked you to come, because the purpose of the show is to kind of focus on how people are coping with COVID-19 and the whole isolation business. We're focusing on local businesses. And you are a unique person. I've known you probably since, I was thinking at least 2012, probably earlier. The other day I was on Facebook, and your live was only on for about 2 minutes. And I asked you, can you let me know next time you go live so I can watch you do your serenade at sunset, as I'm calling it. And I think we should call it that too.
Yeah, serenade at sunset. Tonight, when I go out, I'm going to give it a title. This is Serenade at Sunset. I like it.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So, I mean, you're a unique person. You have been in sort of the performance industry and singing since you were 6 years old. You have written and produced your own TV show. You were Klondike Katie in Edmonton. You are a playwright and author. And you also, I've seen you MC events, so you also create and host events. So I thought, okay, what is Maria up to? What are we going to do about Maria?
How do you solve a problem like?
Maria. So I saw you on your balcony. Tell me about that. What do you do?
Well, you know what? My husband suggested when we were going to start going out on our balconies and make noise for our first responders, he said, why don't you sing? Just sing to everybody. And I thought, okay, let's try it. So I started with Amazing Grace one night. And then
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the second night, I thought I would do 2 songs. So it's been 2 songs every night for, I think it's been 3 weeks now. But I do have to say, I look really together when I'm out there performing. Sometimes though, and I want everybody to know this, that sometimes it takes me all day to get that together for that night, because I'm feeling it too. But I feel a responsibility to the people who are following, and for the people that are feeling down and are writing to me. My God, I get so much mail, people saying, you've really helped me through. I spend the whole day hoping for your performance, or I look forward to it all day. And I got to get myself together so that I can put on this performance, so that I can make people feel good. And that's always been who I am, Jane.
Yeah, I really like that about you. You are always, oh God, I hate this word. It's overused, but you're very authentic. And you're a character just like me, with a good sense of humor. And I appreciate you saying that. The whole purpose of this show was only born 3 weeks ago as well. And we just wanted to highlight, we wanted to give back. And one of the things that I like doing is interviewing people and finding out what their story is. So the fact that, I saw what you're doing, to me, you have a very unique skill and you're using that in a constructive way. You're in an apartment building, right?
Yeah, I'm in a condo building, and I'm okay to say this because listen, people in Brazil are watching. So I mean, everybody knows where I am. I'm in Ponds Landing East on Bear Mountain. I'm in a condo on the 4th floor, and I am singing out to the audience that is down below. People are gathering, and I mean, it's so spacious here. You could just be all over the place, but also along the balconies, people are outside, and they're banging pots and pans, and they're such a nice, attentive, listening audience. They let me sing my songs. They let me be funny a little bit. Tonight I'm going to try something different. Now, for the past 3 weeks that my sister has been here, my brother-in-law's been inside with my dog, so my dog stays quiet. Yesterday, he was barking throughout the whole time I'm singing, but he's in the house and you could faintly hear him. Tonight I'm bringing him outside. God only knows what's going to happen. But still, I'm going to keep on doing it. My husband said, it's supposed to rain this week. What are you going to do? So we're still going to go. We're still going to do it. Hopefully people will come out with their umbrellas. We're going to cover the speaker and I'll have an umbrella, but I'm not going to stop until this is over.
And are you on the top floor? Being
I
the
am.
first floor? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have an open balcony, right? So you
So there's no protection. But that's okay. I mean, I'm out for about 15 minutes in total. And but it's really good. I love making people happy, and
yeah.
the response that I get from this, I mean, sometimes I'm up to 900 people, 1,000 people who have watched, right? So it feeds a purpose, right?
Are you downloading the video and saving it elsewhere?
So they're all on Facebook. Now, I just have to make sure that I announce or I post who the writers of the songs are. And then I'm trying to bring them up on YouTube. There's a little bit of a issue there, but geez, like I'm not making any money on this. I'm not asking for any money.
Right.
So I'm just trying to do this correctly without getting into any trouble or infringing on anybody's rights.
Right. Yeah. So how do you choose your songs?
That's interesting because it's always a process between Christopher, my husband, and I. He's like, I don't know how many hats he wears because he records it on my phone. He sets up my equipment. He strikes my equipment at the end, but he also helps me put together the songs. So we get requests. We get a lot of requests, lots. And I mean, I have 3 genres that I sing. So
Right.
it's jazz, blues, and gospel. Um, and also Italian. So when the Italians ask for music, I try to, stick in an Italian song here and there. But I try to, I'll go outside my comfort zone, and like tonight I'm gonna do There's Got to Be a Morning After by Maureen McGovern, right? Like that's not my genre, but I'm really gonna try hard. So it's got to be heartfelt music. It's got to deliver a message. It's usually about love or hope or kindness. Sometimes it's about a relationship, and it's got to be fun too, right?
I find that right now, actually, there are a lot of people who are releasing songs just about love and hope.
Yes.
Like it seems that we've kind of gone through acceptance to whatever the next phase is. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, but we've sort of gone to hope. What do you think?
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, we're all in this together, right? We're all trying, my husband and I went to Dallas Road today and to walk our dog, and everybody's so respectful. We all keep our space. But then something beautiful and magical happens. you see somebody, our dogs meet, and we just start to talk. And it feels like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I get to talk to you. We want to engage. We want to, speak to each other, and it's so beautiful. And my husband and I get back in the car and we say, those were really good conversations. I'm so happy I met those people, you know?
Yeah. Are you finding like what it would be one difference between how you lived before and now, other than the fact that you're seeing your nails for the first time? I
I,
realize I'm getting a little more gray. And I'm
you know
okay.
what? By the way, your hair looks really good. What I'm doing is, I'm just taking the blonde and covering everything, right? So it just covers. And you know what? It's probably gonna be gray down to here, and then it's gonna be blonde, but whatever, it's okay. But the thing that I miss the most, Jane,
Mhm.
the thing that I miss the most is hugging people,
Uh,
holding and touching, because I'm a very touchy feel. I'm Italian. We hug everybody. We kiss everybody. I
well, that's
really,
why I think it took off so COVID took off so well in Italy because
yeah.
people were so demonstrative, right?
So that I really miss that. I really miss hugging and holding, and you know, yeah, I really miss that.
What's one thing you thought you couldn't live with before that you are living without now that you're okay with?
Well, I probably have to go back to the hugging and touching people. I have to accept it. Also playing with my musicians. I do a show. I've done 2 shows now at Herman's where we have a piano player here, and then we've got the bass player here, and I'm here, and we're all 6 feet apart, and there's no audience, and I'm performing, and it's like singing on radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I miss the interaction because I touch my musicians, but we made it work. We made it work. And we've had 15, 1,600 people view those shows. So I can live with it, but for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, one thing I found is I realized I was spending some money frivolously, and I would stop for a snack,
Mm.
a couple of times a day. And then I looked at my credit card bills the first week that this happened, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm just wasting so much money. So I think that's something I will give up. One thing that I love is the fact that I can spend time with my kids. We're definitely cleaning up our house. I'm inside my
Yeah,
house right now.
everybody's house is so clean.
Yeah, believe it or not, I have vacuumed the top of the trim along the floor. I've never done that before.
Oh yeah, and we do. I say at the end of my show, I've been saying we're going to have a potluck dinner after this. I'll bring the Italian food and the wine. Everybody think about, and we're just going to be in the field, and we're going to have a big potluck dinner.
Yeah. Well,
And
one thing that we've done here is we created a pod for our community. So I got everybody together. So far, we have 52 people in it, and I thought afterwards, they're saying don't get together right away, but maybe we could have like a socially respectful party on our street and just get together and actually meet the people face to face. We're doing some fun things like we did a trivia night, and I just went online and pulled up some stuff, and I would ask Canadian trivia and just having fun. And I have to admit, I probably have had a few more bottles of wine, not per night, but each night I've had a bottle with my husband.
yeah,
But we're coping. It's cool to see my kids' um, personalities coming out, and uh, I haven't spent this much time with them since I was a stay-at-home mom when my son was 4. So I'm enjoying it. At the same time, I see why I went back to work, and and why I like stirring up trouble, like starting this show and stuff like that. Because I agree. I was actually in my pajamas for a lot of today, which was the first time ever.
Well, you know, you bring up family, and I do have to say this, like the majority of my family is in Alberta. So I have a son in Calgary, and I have a daughter in St. Albert, and my sister who just left here, and my other sister live in Sherwood Park. Mom and dad are in Edmonton as well. I see them maybe every 6 weeks. I haven't seen them since February, but thank God for FaceTime
Yeah.
because I can still stay connected with them, but I miss my family so much more. I don't know if it's, I mean, 6 months, I mean, 6 weeks has probably gone by. Let's see, February, March, just about 6 weeks now. And, but it seems longer because this has also affected us mentally, like, you know, staying away.
Yeah.
So, you know, as soon as this is over, I'm booking my flight and going to visit my family. I miss my grandsons, Dante and Rocco, so much. And yeah, I really look forward to being with my
One thing I've realized is the stress comes from not knowing when the end is going to be,
family. Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So, okay, let's do something. Let's do something fun.
Okay.
I'll do it if you do it. Tell me something unusual that not many people know about you.
Um, well, I have two things I could tell you.
Okay.
One is personal, and one isn't personal. The thing that isn't personal is I am an ordained minister.
How many
I
people have you married?
I married quite a few. Unfortunately, I've done more funerals than weddings.
Oh,
But I create celebrations of life. I believe in celebrating the life. So I get called a lot for that because people want to celebrate the person's life. So anyway, I'm an ordained minister, and the other thing is I have two webbed toes. There, the world knows.
that's hilarious.
You're probably thinking, "Oh God, this is live. I wonder what she's gonna say. She is an entertainer after all."
Okay. I'll tell you three things. You tell me which one's a lie.
Say that again?
I'll tell you three things.
Yes.
You tell me which one's a lie.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
I've traveled around the world and visited 26 countries.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, I dated Keanu Reeves. And number three is I speak two languages.
The lie is that you speak two languages.
That's true. I do not speak two languages.
Wow, I thought you did date Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Well, we
Wow.
were we were teenagers in Toronto and we hung out a lot. And he was a good friend. Yeah.
He's a beautiful soul.
He is a beautiful soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope he's still a beautiful soul. It seems like that's carried on in his life and he was a nice person and smart the way I wasn't smart. He could beat me in chess. He used to watch me
Oh
play
wow.
play with me. Yeah. So
Wow.
anyway, okay, so I thought of something that maybe you could do to for the community if people wanted to hire you,
Mhm.
and that was if somebody has a birthday or they want a celebration, or maybe like a home wants somebody to come and entertain their community, that you might be a good person to connect with. Is that something you would do?
Yes, and I was thinking about that. You had suggested that this morning, and you know, I have a very giving heart, and I just thought it's a real time of like people can't afford stuff. You know, I mean, the times are tough right now. So what I thought I would do is, let's say somebody wants me to go and sing for whatever reason. It's a birthday or a shut in, and I can be outside the window or outside on the grass or whatever, wherever they want me to be. I have a little speaker. I have my microphone. I have my computer. I can sing with a full orchestra and it comes out of my computer, but I would do it by donation.
Okay, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just get your information up. So if you
Sure.
guys want to get in touch with Maria, here's her number. Oh, I see I have a little bit of a mistake there.
I'm squinting because I'm not wearing my glasses. It's an age thing. Yeah, I would be more than happy to go and do that. I remember I did that for Kathy Scott when her father was, he couldn't come to one of my shows at Butcher Garden. So I called up my pianist and we brought the show to Kathy Scott's dad.
Aw,
He was so surprised, and I did a 1 hour show for him in his living room as he sat in his recliner. Yeah.
that's awesome, Maria.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why I wanted you on the show, because I thought you're a breath of fresh air. You're doing a fabulous thing. You're giving a gift. I wish I could sing, so that I could do that too. I think it's a really lovely thing that you're doing, and I appreciate you so much. So thank you for being on our show.
Thank you so much, Jane. And Jane, you are one of the funniest ladies I know. Doing what you're doing, you're inspirational too, and I am richer for knowing you. Thank you for being in my life.
No problem. It's my pleasure to serve you. Okay, so just everybody, let me tell you what's going on the rest of the week. We are going to have tomorrow, unfortunately, a lot of people right now are undergoing separation and divorce, and it's not a fun situation. So tomorrow we have a panel of Lori Frank and Laurel Dietz and I and Bettina Plendel. We're going to be talking about helping you cope through separation and divorce. That's tomorrow at 4:30. On Wednesday, we're going to be meeting with Linda Mackey. She's a professional photographer. On Thursday, hopefully, I'm going to get Tara Hearn on the program, and she has been running a really great program to promote local businesses that are operating right now. So if people want to know where to find stuff. And then Friday, we're going to do a talk about running your own podcast, sort of like this, with a fabulous podcaster and realtor from Vancouver. His name is Jeff McLennan. So I really would like it if you guys all show up every day at 4:30. It's only 25 minutes of your time, and we'll talk to you soon. If you can't reach us, you can always watch us on Community Talks on YouTube, and just look for Jane Johnston Realtor. Take care, everybody. See you later, and have a fabulous day.
Thank you.
Okay, we're done.